Hello, my name is Yasu and I'm a tutor here at Wyzant. In this video, I'd like to show some practical applications of algebra. For example, let's say that there is a phone sale at 36.78%. And after that, once this sale is in place, the phone now costs $478.29. Is there a way to determine the original cost of the phone? Well, we can set up an algebra equation to do that. Let's say X, the cost of the phone originally, minus 36.78% of the cost, which is 0.3678 times X, equals the discounted price. That makes sense, right? The original price minus this percent of the original price, which is what this means, equals the discounted price. From here, we can just solve for X. First, we factor out X. Make this a little bit wider here. And then we divide, which gives us, when you divide 478.29 by 1 minus 0.3678, we get 756.55. So that tells us that the original price was $756.55. So you can see, to find the original price of something given the percent and discounted and the discounted price is simply the discounted price divided by 1 minus the discounted rate. Another practical application of algebra is figuring out how many, let's say that there's a phone plan that costs $25 monthly. And that free plus $10 per gigabyte used. We want to figure out, well, let's not put this monthly here because we're just figuring out in 1 month how many gigabytes have we used. So in 1 month, it would be, we can set up another algebra equation. 25, that one price, plus 10 per gigabyte. So we can do that 10x per gigabyte. X is the gigabytes used, equals, let's say that we paid that our bill was $65 total. Figure out the number of gigabytes used, we simply solve for X. So we subtract 25, and then we divide by 10. And that makes sense because we have to first subtract 25 to to take into account the one-time pay, and then we divide by 10. Let's say that you have saved $120. You have $120 saved and you save 15 each month. How long will it take to get $300 in your savings? Assuming that there's no interest. Again, we set up a algebra equation, 120, that amount that we already have, plus 15 times the weeks. So we're trying to figure out how many weeks until we're at 300. Again, simply subtract 120, which gives 300 minus 120 equals 180. When you divide by 15, you get x equals 12. So it takes 12 weeks to get up to $300 if you're getting 15 per week and you already have 120 saved. Let's say that you have two um, subscription services and you're trying to determine which one's better. Let's say service A costs 120. Say it costs Extra stays costs $10 a month because that's more realistic. Service B only costs $5 a month, but also you have to pay a starting fee of $65. At what point does service B here? At what point does service B here become the better deal? Well, we just set up an equation, 10x. We just set them equal to each other. So we can figure out when do they become equal first. We'd set them up 10x equals 5x plus 65. Now we just solve for x. So in 13 months, service A and service B will have made us pay the same amount of money. We can use logic to determine that after 13 months, service B will actually be the better deal because we only pay $5 per month, whereas this we pay $10 per month. The only reason this one costs more at the start is because you have to pay that one time $65. So in the long run, service B is actually a better deal, considering that everything you get is the same. Lastly, I would like to do an example of converting from Fahrenheit to Celsius, which you might not think of as algebra, but it is. Because the equation to get Fahrenheit from Celsius is F equals 9 divided by 5C plus 32. So let's say it's 70 degrees outside. What is that in Celsius? Well, we simply solve for C. 70 minus 32 is 38. Wait, 32 minus 70. Yep, 38. 38 divided by 9/5 is the same thing as 38 times 5/9. And 38 is equal to 38 over 1. 38 times 5 is 190. And 9 times 1 is 9. And 190 times 9 is 190 divided by 9 is 21. So C will equal 21.1. Repeating. So when it's 70 degrees Fahrenheit, it's 21.1 degrees Celsius. So in this video, I showed some practical applications of algebra. If you want more practical applications, just tell me what you want. Contact me on my Wyzant profile, and I would love to be able to help you one-on-one too. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it.